Late 30th century Japan. Mongol Empire is constantly spreading its borders, and eventually they have reached the seemingly hard-to-reach Japan, choosing the distant island of Tsushima as their first place of invasion. Your clan gets involved and most of your clanmates die in a battle while defending Tsushima from Mongol invaders. Once again, hello my dear gamers! Today I will be talking about, yeah, you guessed it right, Ghost of Tsushima, the upcoming open-world stealth action RPG samurai game set in feudal Japan. Before we start, who are we? My name is Giedrius, Giedrius. I've been in gaming journalism since 2011 and covered many games since then. I already built one YouTube channel from scratch, made more than 800 videos and had more than 50,000 subscribers. But all videos were in my mother language, Lithuanian. Now I am on a new journey, making videos in English. I'm not ideal, I know it, but I love video games and have plenty of space where to improve, and that's great. I'm not alone, I have a great team, Gvidas, Pranciškus and Lemis, so if you love video games, wanna be part of our journey and grow together with us, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and of course, if you enjoy the video, make sure to press the like button and share this video with your friends, and leave a feedback on how we are doing. Now, with that out of the way, let's start today's gaming party! Who are you and what's going on? You are Jin Sakai, the only one samurai left after the Mongol invasion of Tsushima Island, accompanied by a female samurai Masako and a few other NPCs that will be important to the story later. However, their importance is currently unknown. Tsushima Island is the only place that holds Mongols from accessing the mainland of Japan. So you and your companions, but mostly you, will be forced to take on a huge army of Mongols that use different weapons and tactics than Japan's, and realize that the way of fighting you have been learning your whole life is useless. So you will be forced to learn the way of the ghost, meaning you will prioritize stealth over your samurai honor just to protect your country. What's inside the game? As I mentioned before, this is going to be an RPG game, which means that we will have a main storyline, side quests, and as always random interactions with NPCs. Since this is a vast open-world game, just walking won't make it. That's why we'll have a trusty companion at our side at all times, a horse that helps you to travel faster. And do you remember those from the first glance impossible to climb mountains from other games? Yeah, you probably do. But Ghost of Tsushima eliminates that problem by providing the player with a grappling hook. Cool, isn't it? Weapons and playstyle. You will have a limited amount of weapons available to you, some of which will be a katana, traditional sword of a samurai, firecrackers for an enemy distraction, smoke bombs used for a quick disappearance from your enemy eyesight, kunai, small throwable knives that ninjas use, and a bow of course, along with many different choices of armor and arrows. You can also call out NPCs to your one-on-one duel, just like in Red Dead Redemption 2. I mentioned armor, right? Well, it's not only armor, but it's also your chosen playstyle that may also change the gameplay for you. You play as a ghost, and the word of sneaky merciless killer spreads around, making your enemies fear you. You might play as a samurai with a full-fledged armor and have more challenging but way more interesting combat. Basically, your choice matters, and just looking cool won't cut it. So make the right choice that suits your playstyle the most. Abilities and features. Have you ever felt lost in the game? Have you lost your way and don't know where to go? In Ghost of Tsushima you can use Guiding Wind, which will slightly highlight the path you need to take. Just like in Far Cry games, there will be outposts. They are known as farmsteads, which are overtaken by enemies that you can and should defeat in order to free the village or a farmstead. There are also some hidden locations that are only discoverable by paying close attention to, let's say, a smokestack, which indicates a person in need of help. The player will not be allowed to waste a single bit of strength, since any mistake might cost him life and lead to the defeat of Japan. The player will be fighting against different enemy types, which means he himself will need to choose between different fighting stances that deal different amounts of damage to certain enemy types. After successfully defeating an enemy, the player will not loot, but instead honor him for his effort in a fight. What does it mean to fight like a ghost? The player is also able to fight as a ghost, the opposite way of samurai. It means he won't call out enemies into an honorable standoff. Instead of that, he will use every possible dirty trick to even his odds. He will even be able to drive enemies into such level of fear that they might as well leave a battlefield. Distractions, stealth kills, fear, range kills, and sudden disappearing might be your way of fighting. So don't be afraid to use these things after all. You rather have one rescuing your homeland now. How to improve your character. Since the game is focused on Japan and its culture, there are also shrines you need to discover for improving yourself. But that is no easy task either. You might miss out on Kitsune, or in other words, a fox, a divine messenger that will show you the way to that hidden shrine, or Torii Gate leading you to the hidden mountain shrine that has a charm waiting for you. Using different charms also changes your gameplay, because charms evolve and you use a skill tree to back up the effect of those charms. Long story short, you will need to pay close attention to your surroundings in order to improve your abilities or inventory space, or just gain some rare materials that sometimes might help you to get an upper hand in the combat. Parkour also plays a huge role in the game. It's important to know that going around the camp instead of charging in, you might find yourself in an easier situation and this way approach your objective. Unique features. And what kind of game would it be if we couldn't capture our finest moments with a photo mode that, by the way, was really pushed to perfection? Do you want to make a dramatic photo of yourself defeating an enemy? Use image filtering to make it perfect. Maybe you don't like the direction of the wind or particles that are there. Change it, make it the way you want. Oh, and did I mention the ability to choose a background soundtrack for your video? In short, photo mode adds a totally new kind of features that I have never seen myself, allowing a huge amount of customizations just to please the player. So let the wind and other divine powers guide you on your journey and mission to free your homeland from the bloodthirsty Mongols in the upcoming game Ghost of Tsushima, set to release on PlayStation 4 platforms on July 17th. Do you know that Sony also have game subscription service PlayStation Now? If you want to know more about how to play PlayStation games without even have a PlayStation 4, check the video about it, which you can see on the screen right now. Push a like button, share this video with friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching and all your support. See you in the next video. Bye!